Hey, this is June, or more commonly known as Nostalgia Memoir on Instagram, and today I'll be reviewing my tool roll from Pack Animal. So Pack Animal is a very new Kickstarter-funded motorcycle gear company based out of Seattle, Washington, here in USA, and they primarily focus on motorcycle saddlebags, but they also make tool rolls and some other accessories kind of geared towards motorcyclists. In 2015, just last year, Mike Lindquist and Christopher Hansen left their respective careers to start this company, and they were successfully funded, I think December or November last year. I think their target goal was 60,000, but they raised about 100,000, and so congrats to them. And just as a full disclosure, co-founder Mike Lindquist's wife, Jenny Lindquist, is a good moto friend of mine. She's also an awesome photographer and also a contributor to this Sideroist blog. She's also Pack Animal's PR, marketing, and photographer. She deals with all that. And I also did meet Mike Lindquist at Motos Moab this year. And also part of the full disclosure, I actually did pay full price for this tool roll during their Kickstarter campaign, and I didn't tell them that I'm doing this review, so they have no idea that I'm doing this. So there's no input or influence from the company. This is just purely my my own thought and my review. So if I got something wrong about the product or about the company, I apologize in advance. So today I'll be reviewing the tool roll bag, and I did order this from their Kickstarter campaign, and this is how it arrives in this box. Packaging really doesn't matter, but just to show you. So this is how it arrives, and the tool roll currently is filled with my tools. And a kind of important notice, the tool roll does not come with tools or any tools. It's just the bag that you're purchasing. So it comes in this like nice wax paper. Again, packaging, if you don't really care, doesn't matter. So let me start with the cost and value of this tool roll. This tool roll cost $175, and that's not including any tools like I mentioned before. So yeah, it's not cheap, but I don't think it's expensive either. Sure, for $20-$30 you can buy a pretty legit synthetic fabric tool roll bag on Amazon or wherever, but you can't really compare products like this to something your dad has in his garage or somewhere. Unless your dad's really rich and has really good taste, and he probably has some really nice tool roll. But otherwise, something those like generic ones that you'll find in your garage, this really isn't supposed to compete with that. So you have to put this in a premium category gear and compare accordingly. So to compare this to other premium tool rolls, first there is that Maker and Deus and collaboration tool roll, which is priced at about $150. And I think this is out of production now, or they don't have it in stock, so you can't really buy it anywhere. But gosh, that tool roll is so pretty. If that was actually still in stock when I bought this, before I bought this, or before this came out, I might have even bought it back then. There's also cotter pin gear, which is at about $189, so a little bit more expensive than Pack Animals. And there's also Union Garage NYC's tool roll at $295. But Union Garage's tool roll actually includes some tools in there. And so I don't know if there's like a more than $100 worth of tools in there. You can be the judge of that. So comparing to all these kind of premium leather wax fabric tool rolls, Pack Animal's tool roll doesn't seem too bad, and it almost seems like a pretty average price product. So the cost is relatively average compared to its peers, but what about the value? Well, honestly, $175 is not cheap for me, and I'm pretty sure it's not for you either. Yeah, it's handmade here in the USA, but you really don't notice a $100 improvement over other tool rolls. Let's say, I don't know, $50 or $60 or $75 tool roll that you get at your local Home Depot, and even that's probably expensive. So if you just compare it to side by side and you look at it, you're probably like, where did the $100 go? Or what am I getting for that additional $100? So it does lack a bit of tangible value, meaning like the physical value, you really won't be able to tell the $100 difference or $150 difference. However, I think it does make up with its intangible value, that is looks and aesthetics and such. And I'll go over that more in detail in a bit. So their products are handmade in the Pacific Northwest USA, and the roll is made with premium wax twill and brittle leather. Wax twill is essentially like wax cotton. I mean, essentially is wax cotton. Waxing cotton fabric or waxing fabric is an old school version of Gore-Tex. It doesn't waterproof it, but it does a pretty good job making it water resistant. And I have 2 wax cotton jackets, and so I know how they work, and they work pretty well. I had no idea what brittle leather meant, so doing some Googling, this is what, according to echosleather.co.uk website said. Brittle leather refers to the way that piece of leather, cowhide, is finished at the tannery. Brittle leather has both the flesh, as you can see here, and the grain side of the leather stuffed with grease and finished with wax. This is generally a labor-intensive process, thus expensive. Only the best grade of leather are treated like this. It would be uneconomic to treat poor quality leather in this way. So as you can see from the Google definition, the product that they use just from the leather is a premium expensive leather, and so you can kind of see where that additional value comes from. So if none of this makes sense to you, just know that the build and the quality is pretty dang good. And yes, it also does have warranty according to their website. The saddlebag and tool rolls are built to last. We guarantee the construction and material for a lifetime of normal wear and use. This excludes damage from bike wrecks and incorrect mounting that lets back touch exhaust or your motorcycle moving parts. And so as long as you're not being stupid, everything should be covered. So this is just stitching or like zipper or just a build quality of it. If anything happens, it's covered by warranty for life. So the roll also comes in 3 color scheme: tan leather with tan twill, 2 tan leather with charcoal twill, i.e. black, and 3 charcoal leather with charcoal twill, which is all black. So in the cost value section, I mentioned that this product has intangible value, so let me elaborate on that. I have huge appreciation for product that is able to combine classical aesthetic looks with functionality, and I think this product does an amazing job with that. You can't really put a physical value on product with such design. A product that can meet your personal style without compromising functionality is a very rare find, and I know because I look all over the place just for that type of product, and Pack Animal does exactly that for me. I'm not a big fan of their black and black color option, but again, that's a personal preference. But I can't find a better color and fabric combination than this tan on tan tool roll I have. Furthermore, I've had a chance to use it several times, and it's very user friendly. And the patina you get on this tan tool is just to die for. I love these like marks that you get from, whether it's grease mark or dirt mark, all these random tool marks. This is a product that looks better as it ages and the more you use it, which is what aesthetics is all about. And it kind of makes the product essentially timeless. No matter how old it is, how new it is, it looks great. So when I got this in the mail, it seemed unnecessarily bigger than what I was expecting, which is weird because I saw the prototype a year ago when Jenny Lindquist brought it down to Motos and Moab in 2015. And so I thought, for some reason, I thought it was going to be about half the size, and just kind of a comparison. This is how big it is. This is a 23 ounce, 0.7 liter water bottle. And so it's about a foot long. It's actually exactly a foot long, or 30 centimeters, and about 6 inches wide. And the thickness obviously really depends on how much you put in there. But the size eventually made sense to me once I put all the tools in. It actually can carry everything I would need and have spare room for more if I needed. So a smaller size wouldn't be as practical. There's nothing I really don't like about the aesthetics or functionality of this product, but if I had to pick one, I would say probably the weight is a downside. Wax twill and leather, or premium leather such as this, isn't really light compared to like a synthetic fabric, like a polyester fabric. For obvious reasons, and so if weight is important to you, then maybe this isn't for you. But I don't think any of us plan on hiking with this in our backpacks anytime soon or ever, so weight shouldn't really matter. Also, the tool can be easily mounted on your bike with either Pack Animal saddleback mounting strap or just a generic strap that you use for your bike, just like a general luggage strap, and you can just like tie it down through this loop. On that note, I think Pack Animal saddlebags are the best looking bags on the market that can be mounted on pretty much any type of bike with little or no modification. Again, this is not a paid advertisement or anything. That's just a personal opinion. And I've seen it in person, but I just can't say much about its functionality because I just haven't used the bag. So I'm going to replay my stop motion for you to see what I have in my roll and how much you can fit in it. So again, I hope you enjoyed my stop motion, and I'll kind of just go through what actually the inside looks like. So the bag is a 3-fold system, tool roll, 1, 2, 3, and it's got 2 leather straps that ties it down. It's got a loop that you put it through, and these 3 adjustable holes where you kind of plug it to this knob right here. So depending on how much you have, you can adjust it. And what I have in right now, I can adjust it to the tightest setting, and so I still have these 2 notches if I really needed to. All the slots are protected with this pockets or flaps, whatever they call this. Again, this is so that your tools are not banging against each other and scratching or whatever when you have it rolled up. And so there is, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 slots for your wrenches or whatever you want. These wrenches, these fit well. Allen key sets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They all fit in pretty well over here. Jenny actually saw the photo of my tool roll, and she recommended I get a shorter Allen key set. I think this is just like a normal length key set, Allen key. And so if you do get a shorter one, it won't come all the way down here, but it still works fine. Has two bigger pockets here. You can put bigger wrenches or whatever. And there's a zipper, heavy duty zipper pocket right here, which I have a lot of crap in there. Pliers. Just a cutting knife. Good to have for cutting stuff, obviously. And duct tape. So instead of having the whole roll of duct tape, I just rolled it around this plastic thing. And let me tell you, this came in so handy when I went off-roading. My WR, some parts, some like rear fender lights came off, and so I just like duct taped it. This is, I think this is a seal. High-performing self-fusing silicone, just in case you have leaks, you crash, and so it's good to temporarily fix that. And obviously, you have to have zip ties. If you never use zip ties, oh man, I don't know, you're probably doing something wrong. Best invention in the world and best tool to have just in case something falls apart and you need a temporary fix. It's like essentially like duct tape. So let me just put everything back in. Oh, and wire tape. Again, instead of having the whole roll, I just taped it over a plastic card that I cut out. And there's another open pocket here, which is pretty big. I have this rope. I don't know why. Well, I bought this for camping, but I just keep it in here. I really don't need it. Some cloth that you need, and you can put a lot of stuff in here. So I have all this stuff. Slide this in. And so you can pretty much modify whatever you want. I think the slots are big enough to kind of generally fit anything that's within a foot long tool, because again, this distance from top to bottom is about a foot or 30 centimeters, and so you can't really go any longer than that. So this is what it looks like, and if I flip it, this is what it looks like from the other side. It's very well made. The leathers are really nice, and again, I love how patina is forming all these scratches and kind of the dirt mark or the grease mark that I get. I'm not sure why the leather kind of fades here, but it looks cool. It kind of looks like rustic, and it has that beautiful patina on the leather. I can't wait to like wear this leather out. Like Jenny and Chris and Mike, they've been using this tool for a while. The prototype, their tool just looks beautiful. It looks like it's gone through hell, but that's what makes it pretty. So overall, I'm very happy with my tool roll. I've wanted to buy a tool roll for a long time, and I think it was perfect timing that Pack Animal came out with one. I did have to wait a little bit just because they had to get their Kickstarter funded and then get it produced. And even for a high price, I wouldn't trade it for anything else that's on the market today. So that's just my personal opinion. And so if you're looking for that premium leather, wax cotton tool roll, check them out, Pack Animal. The link is below to their website, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to them or comment below or send me an email via my website, www.sideroist.com. So, well, thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a good day.